Alright, hello, hello. I think everything should be up and running. Let me get some music on real quick. Sure. So where were we? Yeah. We still suck. We're still horrible. I think I definitely want to get to... I mean, the All-Star game we're going to get to, but I'd like to maybe get to the trade deadline by the end of this. Let's look at these free agents, see if they're any interest to us. Because what does our bullpen look like? Wrong page. I don't know. I don't really have a strong feeling one way or another for any of these guys. I like Syndergaard just because he's pitched well. I don't know. And then, was it Fetty? Eric Fetty? Yeah. Not really calling to me. I mean, he's got good stamina. So I guess if he would take a minor league deal, like, there's worse options for depth for sure. I think I just simulate till the... Oh, Brasso. Yeah, you can go back to AAA. I see if a Blue Jays hat. What's our injury situation? So Schmidt, did he come back? He didn't. He's still been dealing with the same injury. What? So I have no idea what his injury is. That's annoying. And then Vargas is hurt, but we'll probably just send down Tristan Gray. Or like finally get rid of Nick Allen if he doesn't perform by then. So I don't think we're in like a rough spot for any of those. So let's just get to see who our all-star is, I suppose. I guess we'll take a look at these games, obviously, but we lose 9-13. Oh. It's literally right there. Eric Lauer gets released. Okay. Juan Medina. Wait, Michael Tonkin? Oh, that was the, yeah. We already saw that. Eric Lauer is interesting. I will offer that. I think I would like him over Kyle Hart, to be honest. Pretty easily. But we'll see. Let's see how this game went. It's just a bad pitching performance by Blanco. Suter. Had he given up a run for us? No, he's been not great for us, honestly. I guess super small sample size. That was his first. Okay, yeah, because he has 3 earned runs. So yeah, he had been perfect with us heading into that game. Antoine Kelly, don't love seeing that. Just super high BABIP. Yeah. I'm not gonna make any conclusions off of that, but get a home run for Ward, Nick Gordon, Tristan Gray, and Luke Williams. I mean, the offense came to play, clearly. Pair of steals as well. But I guess without further ado, we should probably check out all these updates. Okay, we don't really care about fan voting per se. Let's look at the prospects first. I don't think we would have anyone really to look out for, but it's just kind of fun to check in on some of these guys. Like Caglione. I always want to say Caglione, but it's Caglione. Still in AAA for them. Let's see here, who else? Other than that, pretty much, I mean, I guess Christian Moore, because he also made the big super quick. And over here, Bubba Chandler, he might have debuted later in the year. I don't know who this is. As a Brewers fan, I feel like I should recognize them all. Huh. Yeah, I have no familiarity with them. Cam Collier and Brady House, I think, we're in the bigs at this point. Josh Mears. I haven't thought about him in a while. Penny Montgomery with a 95 WRC plus. That's sweet. Anyway, let's look at our all-stars. So Kyle Nicholas, is that going to be our only? We got 2. That's kind of crazy. Really, Kyle Nicholas. I guess it's just a 57 innings since he was sort of a bulk guy. Like, he just 8 innings. I mean, he had that one spot start, but that must have really boosted them. I mean, because, like, Brock Burke, he's not a closer. Cole Sands. So it looks like OOTP really does actually pay attention to middle relievers as opposed to real life. It's not quite gonna be 60 home run pace like real life, but glad to see Raleigh is still doing really, really well. But Casey Schmidt, despite his injury, I mean, he was deserving, no doubt about that. Anyone else really standing out? I mean, Michael Garcia matching his real life sort of performance. I guess Kyle Teal is kind of interesting. Reliever. Come on now. Okay, so he must have got in as a starter, but he's shifted or something. That's a bit ridiculous. 2 guys that really... I mean, Senga didn't really struggle this year. Like, he was alright. Gallen really struggled, though. Good down the stretch. I really have no idea where he's going to sign. Love this. Love that Kyle Stowers managed to make it in, because that was such a fun story. And we've basically got his twin in Joey Weaver on our team. Jose Siri. Sub 100 WRC plus. I'm curious, what is his OPS? It's around where Julio's was. I remember people were really... I completely missed Elihuris Montero getting in, but Durham had to get someone. But yeah, I remember people were really bothered that Julio made it in because he had a sub 700. That's interesting. Because, like, the Mets have to have... They don't have Juan Soto, but Nimmo got in. Got his first All-Star finally. I'm just surprised we got 2, to be completely honest. Yeah, let's skip past this Angels game very quickly. Taylor Rogers released. I don't know. I already signed a couple depth guys. We got killed. Kyle Hart. Yikes. Yeah, that's really bad. Nick Allen got a hit. Oh, man. He's so bad. This pass from Walcott. Oh, I didn't even look. Oh, Fetty. How's Jesus Mate doing? He's in Biloxi. Because I don't think I saw him in the thing. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just, because we're not going to have anyone here, right? Yeah, no. Alright, let's see who wins this. I don't even know who I'm rooting for here necessarily. I guess Teoscar. Jake Berger. He was pretty bad this year, right? Like, dreadful, I think. At least for someone who's supposed to hit. Oh, the draft. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to end with the draft. Okay, it looks like Lauer wants to negotiate. How would I just give him a major league contract? Give him Kyle Hart's contract, DFA Kyle Hart. I think that's the move. Otherwise, we lose him. That's fine. Michael King for a 45. I guess it's a rental. Yeah, I guess it's a rental. Anything else? Not that I'm seeing. I don't really care about. Bednar gets traded for Khalil Watson. I can't speak. He was in the Josh Bell trade, I think. I know he was drafted by the Marlins. I guess I can just check his page. Nope, I can't, because they don't have retroactive stuff. Would Josh Bell have it on his... I'm really curious. No, they don't have retroactive stuff. I think it was him and like Gene Segura or someone, and then Segura got released like immediately. Kind of like when Pablo Sandoval got traded to the Braves when they won the World Series. I forget, I think that was the Eddie Rosario trade or something? I don't know, I'm on a tangent now. He's still negotiating. I'll match it, because if we get like 2 or 3 good starts, then we can trade him. I would like that. Whitefish Bay native, JD Dix, I believe. Yep. Try to keep an eye on fellow Wisconsinites that are in the MLB, unlike me. Casey Sadler. There's just, I don't know. I've kind of overindulged in depth arms at this point. Let's check these. Perfect. Where's Durham? God. At least they're in last. That's really all I'm worried about. I just want the 2 expansion teams to be the worst in the league, because that's how it should be. Corey Knable, Patrick Corbin. Corey Knable's... Oh. I was hoping he would be a little bit better in game. Alright. We're finally back to actual games. Look. Lauer, you can just stay. I don't care. So Syndergaard was whatever. Just not good. Yeah, nothing really of note. I guess I think before the draft I'll do an audit of the team and sort of ship out players that no longer fit what we're going for. Blanco versus Hauser. I forgot Hauser was a Ranger. Or I don't think he ever played for the Rangers. But he signed there. And then he... Right? Because I think he only went to the White Sox and then he got traded. I don't think he ever made it in the majors. Antoine Kelly picks up a good bulk appearance. Suter does well. We still lose, but I'm walking away with something. Tyler Wade. He can steal. We've just got a billion of these guys. A 70-ish OPS plus, but still being positive in WAR because they can run and field. Like, that's our entire team. This is what people think the Brewers are like. Let's see here. Kyle Hart, you were kind of on thin ice. He loses, but is it his fault? We'll see. It's whatever. It's not a great start, but it's not like... I don't think it sways my opinion either way. I don't think so, at least. Okay, like Nick Allen, it's gotta be over. Seth Johnson. We lose again. We're on a pretty bad losing streak. And then it's the draft. How did we get him again? He got released. Okay, I was gonna say, did we trade like a human being for him? Because I did not think that really matched sort of my philosophy heading into this. All right. So we got the second pick. I think I'll do... Yeah, I'll stick with 5. I'll go 10. And then I'll recalculate. Just in case. Alright. Let's start. Who goes 101? Ethan Holiday. Now here's the problem. I have no idea who I want to go with. That's the problem with being such a bad team, is it's just best player available, but you also don't want to rush like a timeline. You're kind of incentivized to go for high school guys, I suppose. But also then our entire budget is toast. So it's a tough balancing act. Like, I'd love to go Billy Carlson because he's cheap. I just don't know if he's like worth second overall. Like, that seems a bit much. Using the Mackenzie Gore trade. Steele Hall. I kind of like Steele Hall. He went, what, 10 to the Reds? I think. I really should pull up the 2025 draft results. I'm pretty sure he was kind of like viewed as a reach. I think. I'm not really that sure. So he went 9. Carlson went 10. Obviously, Bremner went here. Willits first. Maybe, where's Cade Anderson? Maybe I go Cade Anderson. Game doesn't love him all that much. And I don't really love him in game that much, to be completely honest. Iva Arquette. I don't really. I think if it's between Steele Hall and Billy Carlson, which one would I rather have? This is the question that I gotta answer. I like Malachi Witherspoon, just not at 2. I think there's a better I think there's a better like 90th percentile outcome here. But I feel like Steele Hall just is so well-rounded already for a high school, for a 17-year-old. And he's got the good defensive ratings. It's just getting reps in the minor leagues will push him up to being good. He's got the speed/stealing ability. I think I'm talking myself into Steele Hall, and this would probably be terrible for me. We have 18 million. That might change things. I don't love Willits in game. I just would rather have some power. I'm gonna go Steele Hall. I'm gonna let sort of the board dictate what my next move is. I mean, these guys have 57 million. What? Ike Irish. And then, okay. Clearly budgeting is just kind of weird. Oh, I think it's just like their full available budget, not just like their draft budget, which makes a bit more sense. I'm good. Yeah, casing Cunningham. That's fun. He went to his real life counterpart. That's really fun. Chase Laviolette. Like, Willits is gone here. Jojo Parker went one before where he was a Blue Jay, right? Yeah. So here's where Steel Hall went originally. I think. Oh, no, because me being my team in Durham sort of jumps the order a little bit. So this is... Who did the Pirates draft? Was that Carlson? No. Oh, the order is all messed up. The Nationals literally just picked. They had the first overall. I don't know what I'm talking about, clearly. They picked Hernandez, Seth Hernandez. Ethan Conrad. I think he ended up being a Cub. So here's where Steel Hall went. Sean Gamble. I don't remember. Is he a Met? Royal. Alright. I'm done guessing. I don't even know Luke Stevenson by name. I will admit, I didn't do a great job of looking into this draft, like in real life, especially compared to prior years. Yeah, I would definitely wish I did a better job at familiarizing myself. Like, Liam Doyle went pretty early, if I remember. Bremner obviously went really early. Gavin Keelan. I was kind of hoping he'd slip just because he's a Wisconsinite, but don't love him in game for a second baseman. There goes Kate Anderson. So now Durham. Alright. Now we can have some fun. Do we double up on infielders? That is a crazy face gen. Take the current Brewers farmhand, Brady Abel. Abel? I think it's Abel. I don't know. Do we take Jack Bauer? He doesn't throw that hard in game, unfortunately, so I think that kind of rules him out. Because that was sort of my whole interest in him. Schoolcraft is kind of interesting. He's got good personality traits. It's just going to take forever to see him develop. And from what I've heard in this game, pitching development is like really bad. I don't love 30 control. I think I'm going to go Gage Wood. Just get a high floor starter. Yeah, I think I like that. And now I will sim until my pick and see what's available. What's left of the rubble to sift through. Kyson Witherspoon. This might be our upside swing, because he has significantly better control. He's still only 20. We'll think about that. Andrew Fisher. Wish the hitting stats were a bit better. He's a fun guy in real life, though. What's really our problem on our team? Besides everything, of course. It's that we have a billion speed defense guys. So we just need a bat. Someone who can mash. I think let's try and just get what? Oh. I'm just looking for like a pure. This guy is a hitter. Doesn't even have to be good at defense. It's a bit late for that, I suppose. I mean, we can't go reliever here. There we go. Music cut out for a bit. I mean, I don't think there's really going to be a bag of tools quite like this available elsewhere. So now I'd like to get another hitter, if possible. It's like, that's kind of similar to what I'm looking for. Good catcher would be nice to have. Good work ethic. You know what? I'll take a risk on the high school catcher. That really works out all the time. A high school catcher from the north. That always works out well and quickly. Is that Blake Sear is still available, so I'm just gonna take him. I'll look at some other corner guys around this range. I don't want to take someone with low baseball IQ because I kind of need, even if they don't develop into something, I need people who are at least going to develop because the infrastructure around them is so bad. It's like he's at least got adaptability and work ethic that are good. Kind of offsets a little bit. But yeah. I mean, what does my scouting director want? Jack Ruckert. Like all ceiling, all projection, shortstop. Probably not a shortstop. Probably second base, maybe third. Just because the arm is good, not great. I don't hate it, and it's not that expensive. We can try and sign away from the commitment. I really don't want to get too many high demands anymore. 'Cause we're running out of money. So I think I'm going to put a filter. And I'll just try and find some cheaper players. 89.91 is just tough. He might be a bullpen guy. Draft an injured player. I don't love that. one last swing. Then we'll just go floor. He's still here. Yeah, I guess we'll go him. I don't know, at this point I'm just kind of not in love with anything. Just maybe take a chance on the changeup, getting a fourth pitch or something. I don't really know. They want this guy. I don't, we're not gonna sign him. I'd rather fill up the system with warm bodies than draft a guy and not sign him. Sure, we'll take a chance on that defense. A lot of these guys are never going to be real factors, but it at least gives us players in the system. Now they want us to draft the injured guy, Tommy John. I don't know. High work ethic, high baseball IQ, high loyalty. I don't really care about financial ambition. Sure. I don't think I've checked this first baseman. Reliever? Alright. I think we're kind of out of the good intangible guys. And there's just so many of these 90 to 92 pitchers. We'll take a chance on a guy like this. I think at this point, autocomplete. Ooh, that's tough. How do you do in this save? Alright. Not quite real life, but alright. Okay, yeah, I'm not getting anything out of that. Let's start negotiating. So I think, obviously the first thing we want to do is try and see if we can just cheap out a little bit there. Get his demand. See if we can submit that. And then let's see here. Gene Fausk? I think Fausk. That would be my best guess. I'll submit that. I'll submit that because that's cheap as hell. Just try and squeeze out. Please don't tell me. Okay, I thought I said 6 million for a second. I mean, it looks cheap. It's because we are cheap. I'm gonna try and squeeze out money from these players. It's the unfortunate reality of our financial circumstances. Actually, These guys, I don't care. I'll give them even less because I really did not have a say or interest in them. But yeah. So I think maybe go to the trade deadline end right before that. That might be the plan. But first, let's sort of assess the roster. So in terms of war, I think anyone positive is at least going to be pretty much safe. So Ronald Blanco has been bad. Just straight up bad. Can I see his splits pre and post injury? I mean, it was really just March that was good. Like, I think in real life he had TJ, but yeah, I don't know. I think Justin Lawrence, I don't think there's anything really redeeming here. Like, the FIP is bad. And Jonathan Diaz is just kind of nothing special. Kimbrel, I should probably get rid of him, but for narrative purposes, I don't want to. I think Blanco might get optioned, to be honest. Fetty got hurt at the worst possible point. That's horrible. Because that would have been his spot. I mean, no one's performing in AAA. That's the problem. So now, who's good? Who can play baseball? Does Balazovic get a second shot? I think at this point we're just kind of like making excuses to see a new guy in terms of like Blanco, because there's no one really slated to fill that void at his current spot. Lawrence is a different case. Like, Declan Cronin wasn't good in the majors for us, but he's performed. I don't scout by ERA, but it's sort of like who... Jimmy Nelson. I'm going to give Jimmy Nelson a shot. I love Justin Lawrence in real life. It just didn't work out here. I'm going to give Jimmy Nelson the shot. What is his stamina? Not relevant. Curious if he might be like a potential bulk guy like Keller was for a little bit, or like Keller should have been used, because I used him like an actual starter, like an idiot. Okay, so Nick Allen is gone. I think that's obvious. I think, where's this gap? Shortstop for sure. Is our pitching staff like super overtaxed? Not really. So who can fill this shortstop? gap. Like Jacob Amaya. He's interesting enough to at least move up. I don't know who this guy is, but he's done well. He's got a good eye. He can defend. I don't hate the idea of calling him up. There's Tristan Gray. He's, yeah. I always mix them, Tristan and Trenton, up for some reason. I mean, Michael Chavis. If you can't hit in AAA, why would I assume you can hit in the big leagues is kind of my issue here. I'll give Trey, I think it's Trey Cruz. That's my best guess. And Weimer, I really don't know what to do with. Because everything about... I can't get rid of this because he's a captain. I can't get rid of him because his defense is so good. His base running is so good. And the bat, it doesn't look great, but it should not be this bad. But Kellen Strom is actually hitting in AAA, unlike what he was doing in the bigs. I don't know what to do. It's a problem. I will say, I don't know. I think we were super aggressive with his stolen base decisions earlier in the year. And we dialed that back, so I think that also kind of hurts his WAR output. But I don't know. I don't think Strom is performing to a degree where, like, I have to get rid of the captain. Because... where is it? Is it organization? I don't know, where's, like, team chemistry? Is that in home? There. Yeah, like, he is... I guess Nick Gordon is also there. But look at this. I can't risk it. Is anyone, like, outright angry? It's just sad. What a sorry state of affairs this is. Holy. Let's lower prices to get more people in the stadium again. Alright. I think we're good. I think we're good where we were. I don't even remember who that is. He might have been one of the, like, last ones. Who? Draft League? Is this... what? Oh, you didn't get drafted. I don't care. I don't care who that is or what happened to him. Like, what? Alright, we lose yet again. Jose Urania gets cut. Good stamina. I don't know. I'm not in the mood. Blaze Alexander? No, this is interesting. We have like 8 guys like this. But I'll put in a claim. Alright. So how did we lose? Chevy, wonderful. Offense, anemic. Lovely. Syndergaard, Gaussman, not Gaussman. Okay. So Tristan Gray. I think I'm just gonna send him down. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I think I'll send him on a brief rehab. And then hopefully by then I'll know whether to just ship off the backup shortstop or cut bait with Espinal or just move down our first baseman. And now we have Blaze Alexander. Jake Bowers released. I'll send him an offer. I like the idea of bringing in Jake Bowers. Was he there? No. Okay. I can't just send him. Right. I can option him. Okay, yeah, we'll keep him there for now. So they... Oh, yeah, 5 days left. So how do we lose this time? How many games in a row have we lost? Kimbrel. And unearned runs. Love that. At least Syndergaard was good, I suppose. Ronald Blanco versus Patrick Sandoval. We lose again. Casey Schmidt. Yeah, Diego Castillo. Or Espinal. That's huge. He's probably not going to hit like an all-star again, but God, that's nice. Lauer returns to San Diego. How cute. So, what we're at, 16th? Yeah, this was after. I'll give him it. But him... These other guys are just not interesting enough for me to spend that money on them. To be completely honest. Randall Grichuk gets cut. And DeYoung. I would maybe think about DeYoung, but it's just, I know it's like a 1-year stopgap thing. I'd rather try and find a guy with control. Hence the Blaze Alexander claim. Blanco still can't pitch well, but bullpen did. Kyle Hart and Giolito. We snap it. We snap the losing streak. Finally. Gunner with a cycle. I think Bowers might just get elevated immediately, to be completely honest. Like, he's definitely on the 40, man. Because who's the alternative? It's just sending down Tristan Gray, who isn't hitting. I like it because he can defend. He can run. And he's got this. He's got the Adam Dunn. Maybe not enough contact for Adam Dunn. But I don't know. So how did we actually win a game? Joey Wiemer double. 3-hit game by Joey Wiemer. When Joey Wiemer, the captain, hits, we hit. He got a homer too. He's almost positive WAR now just because of this game. How about you transfer that momentum moving forward, bud? Stop making me question DFAing you. Kimbrel got a save. Yippee. This could be so funny when in 2030 he falls off the Hall of Fame ballot in this save. Seth Johnson and Garrett Crochet. I think we lost that. Someone wants Kimbrel. We're giving up a prospect who is like a legit prospect, but we're getting a legit prospect back. Curious if he has any. That's a weird trade right there. Well, I don't love the bat, and he just doesn't do anything that well. Whereas there's some legit tools here, I suppose. No pop. But yeah, I don't know. Let's discuss this. Can we maybe get... Yes, I did click on him because his name was Mason Miller. Oh yeah. Whatever happened to Brendan McKay? Okay, we just sent him down. Because I completely forgot he was on this team. He had a good run for a little bit. I think the fact that a team did this, I'm fine moving him, because my whole thing was get him to the milestone, trade him at the deadline to like a contender. And it might not be exactly how I thought it would work out, but this, I wasn't like anti-trading him. There. So now we need to call up a pitcher. to replace him. Fetty. Good thing Declan Cronin got hurt right now when I needed him. We'll give Brad Keller a shot. And then I don't want Brazoban as a closer. Maybe I do actually, now that I think about it. I'll keep him in that role. That's fine. Ryan Stanek. That's a bit expensive for us, though. Just to get a closer, like, we're not winning games to warrant bringing in a closer. I mean, we couldn't continue the momentum, but I'm just hoping not to set the loss record. I don't know if that's my goal necessarily, but I do want to be a bad team. Oh, 13-1. We gotta raise it for Aiden Robertson. Fine, whatever. Ryan Thompson gets flipped. Is it Joely Rodriguez? Alright, Nick Allen and Lawrence passed through waivers. Espinal does as well. Let's clear out some of this. I mean, I'll just DFA him. Brian Hudson. Because there's just way too many players. Like, are these really players that I want to rely on as depth? Not really. When they're not performing. I think that's a bit better. Where was I? We gotta see how we got destroyed completely. Wait, how's Bowers doing? 2 games? 2 singles? 4 singles, okay. I don't know, oh, I was looking at runs. Nothing to draw conclusions on, but good to push narratives with. I think Jonathan Diaz might be time to move on from. Or Hart would go first. Goodness. Why do we have 3 starters? Fetty. You know what? We'll bring Fetty in. And then, who can also be a starter here? I'll go with Alexander. Do I maybe toy with McKay as a 2-way? you know what? It'll be fun. In AAA, you can try and be a two-way player. Oh. They are. I don't know. Alright, let's fix this pitching staff. Alright, perfect. Well, not perfect. It would be perfect if it was like Scooble and Crochet. So Jimmy Nelson is retiring? Okay. I kind of expected that. What trades? Danny Coulomb, Dylan Floro, bunch of middle relievers. Oh, Litke's done for sure. I mean, he hasn't been great, but it's also super small sample size. We win in extras. Matt Tice with the game winner. Bowers with his first homer. I think this is Schmidt's first homer back. Syndergaard does okay. Chevy is just... I don't know. Let's see how Fetty does in his first start for us. Because is he coming straight from the Cardinals? Yeah. So no Braves, no Brewers stint in this universe. Hey, not bad. Another Bowers homer. Looks like a pretty good pickup. I don't know why they cut him at half a win and a solid OPS plus. I don't really understand that thought process, but not complaining. We're seeing the glimmer of hope, which is nice. Jared Koenig gets traded for some reason. I really don't understand the thought process behind that, but it's not really my decision to make, I suppose. I wonder, can I see pace? Is it expanded? I don't think so. Oh well. I mean, we're way worse than Durham, which is not ideal. I think we checked this, right? Yeah, that was the Fetty game. Okay, we get Steel Hall finally. Stott gets traded. What? Stott and Cash? I don't really understand that, but maybe he's just... What is his... yeah, I don't get that one. Just send these two to AA. Nothing else of importance. Did we win 7-0? Like, I don't really want you, bro. Justin Topa. They want Alec Mills. Is this the guy we just... Yeah, the guy we just got? I'm not really moved. Because he's younger and kind of better. I don't know. I don't see the need. Tyler Gilbert. D-backs legend. Yeah, there we are. Anchoring it as usual. I saw Kid Nichols on that leaderboard thing. Thought that said Kyle Nicholas for a second. Which is funny. Yeah, we did win 7-0. A Weimer home run. I'm telling you, when he hits well, we win. What's his WAR? He's up to .3 WAR now. That's our captain. Bowers has, I think, his first, like, not good game. But doesn't really matter because he's still got a 1 dot, which is nice. Alright, Seth Johnson and Zebby Matthews. I didn't even look at who pitched, and oh my god, I see that. Let's look at these trades. Ben Hess for Griffin Jack straight up. That's not that bad. That's not that far off, I don't think. Like Ben Hess and Taj Bradley. I don't know if that's too far off value-wise. And that's exactly what the Jacks trade was, so I don't hate that. Again, I hate these emails because they never actually lead to an actual trade. It's just like fog of war or whatever. Tony Gonsolin, not great in game. Or at least not enough of an upgrade over anything we have. Since we're not in a position to compete. And we could take a swing on guys who have control. And are cheaper. That also helps. I just realized I forgot to look at this game. Schmidt with a homer. Weimer 2 hits. Bowers doubled. Nick Gordon with his first error. Jimmy Nelson pitches a couple scoreless. Love that. Yeah. Not much to complain about with that game. Twins suck. So I'm glad we can pick up a couple wins off them. Diaz and Ober. Love Bailey Ober in real life. So hopefully all these runs are not on him. Oh, we scored the 1 run. Never mind. Nick Gordon got 5 runs, or 5 bases. Oh, he had a homer. I should read before I open my mouth. That'd probably help. Shvi sucks as per usual. I don't care about draft league bullshit. Like, quite frankly, I have no interest in that. Derek Rodriguez died. Okay, awesome. Rando Grichuk, 5 mil. So Arizona just cuts him when he was good? Right before the trade deadline instead of trying to trade him? I don't get that. Because this is not like what the Angels did to Renfroe and Giolito. I think Matt Moore, that one trade deadline where they traded for a bunch of guys and then realized, oh, we actually suck this season. And then tried to cut bait by just placing everyone on waivers so they didn't have to pay him. But that's not this. Because the trade deadline hasn't passed. That's annoying. That's very annoying. Whatever. I looked at this already. Cindergarden freed. It's competitive at least, I guess. Yo, Piomps. Okay. I mean, a lot of this just is nothing. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. He was a waiver guy. For some reason, I thought this was Keenan Middleton. Because in my brain, Keenan Middleton and Justin Anderson are the same person. I think it's just because they were both White Sox at one point. I think that's it. But to me, they're the same person. In real life, I should say. So how do we end up losing this? Max Fried just being good. I mean, pitching was good. I'm interested how there's no errors, but only one earned run. Not exactly sure how that happens. Oh, a pass ball. I guess that's kind of an error. Wow, I didn't realize Weimer's almost over the Mendoza. Fetty and Rodon. A Nick Birdie trade. I'll look at that later. So we do get Aiden Robertson. Jose Leclerc. I think he did end up on the Athletics. Oh, no. Okay, yeah, he was. Never mind. I thought he was still on Texas in this universe. Robert Stevenson? Yeah, I was going to say his stats must be nuts in this game. Zach McKinstry, the All-Star for Will Warren. Oh, I didn't realize he had that much control left. Because I knew he was a 2020 rookie. He's actually really good in this game. Wow. Having him as a first baseman is kind of odd, though. In my brain, at least. Chad Green gets cut. I don't know. Fetty doesn't pitch well. Chevy is bad. Oh yeah, the Nick Birdie trade. So he's ARB eligible. Guess that makes sense. Okay, so I like Nick Birdie's profile. He hasn't performed, and he's already getting paid. I don't want to give up this guy either. And this is nothing to me. And this is also nothing to me. I don't think I accept that. And you know what? This has been like all season where I haven't been able to trust him. I'm going to give Birdie another shot. Okay. So we got only a couple more games left before I call it a stream. Blanco and Luis Gil making his season debut. We managed to get the win. We sort of pounce on Gil, it looks like. Blanco finally pitches okay. Yeah, look at these trades. Tommy Troy for Mullins. Okay. I assume in this, yeah, in this universe he actually hit kind of alright. Scott Efros for Colin Houck. I don't know enough about Colin Houck to make a judgment on that. Who cares about Erasmo Ramirez getting traded? That's really funny. 20.5 mil a year? I have to imagine they're not as handicapped financially as they are in real life at this point. Yeah, no, they've got money, but wow, in real life that is never gonna happen. God damn. That's ridiculous. Was this the, yeah, that was the Blanco trade, or not trade, game. So Ryan Gusto and Seth Johnson. I don't think we won that. I think we lost. We've got two people want Trevor Richards. Well, let's look at this. That's funny. Because they can't use Oakland, there's just a massive gap. That's really funny. Dickie Lovelady gets traded. Cool. This is an odd trade, but I kind of like it. I kind of don't hate that, actually. There's so many just middle relievers just getting swapped. Like, oh my goodness. Nathan Church gets traded? I like him a little bit in real life. I could not believe they didn't trade Mike Tauchman in real life. I legitimately was floored that they didn't do that. I felt like the most obvious move of all time. Especially since they had already traded Hauser. I don't know. Because, where did Tauchman end up this year? Where did he sign? Cubs? Oh, he's still a free agent. Okay. Yeah, so... Oh, Brazoban. And Nick Birdie gives up a run in his first appearance. Come on, man. How's Casey Schmidt doing? Still hitting. Let me look at his splits. Yeah, it's not like it's been a big dip. It's... Like July, that is all post-injury for sure. I don't remember... When did he get injured? He got injured in May. So, yeah. He's had a 1 dot since coming back from injury, which is lovely. Any releases? IKF. I'll hold off. Let's just get to the trade deadline. Oh, we get killed. At least there's people that are generating interest at the very least. Even if they are attaching prospects to them. Brenton Doyle. I don't think the Angels would do this because they've got Teodosio, or whatever his name is. Let's see here. Brooks Raley, Ramon Laureano. See, a lot of these are actually not that bad. In previous years, I had great issue with the guys getting traded at the deadline. So I'm glad to see that issue isn't arising here, at least. Oh my goodness. 5 unearned runs. Haven't gotten a win in a while. They want Ronel Blanco back. We'll see. Witt gets a cycle. I mean, look at how many of these there are. Like, I just want to see the actual trades. Oh. There we go. Okay, so it's this. I didn't notice that. My bad for complaining. Like, Bader got traded in real life. They traded Arias? What? Are you serious? They extended him and then... Where the hell is Atlanta going to play him? What? I mean, Ozuna... They don't re-sign Ozuna, he DHs? Because you're not taking Olsen off first. I don't think you're moving Ozzy. That is by far the most confusing move I've seen so far. Alright. Whatever. I think we got killed there too. Alright. I've decided I'm not going to trade until Arjun Namala for Cease. Kind of funny that he's a Blue Jay in real life with that. And he was someone who had legit trade rumors. Curtis Mead got traded in real life, so I don't hate that. Yeah, I'm impressed by the deadline so far. But yeah, I'm not making any trades until the actual deadline. I've decided. We pummel Junis. Fetty goes 7 1/3. Wow. No homers is the interesting thing here. Just a lot of doubles. But I won't complain. Alright, last game of the stream. We win again. Alright. Doesn't look like there's any trades. Alright, and now we've got the trade deadline. But I guess I'll check this out first. Blanco goes 8 innings. Brazovan blows a save. What a bum, dude. Come on now. Alright. I think before ending stream, I'll do a quick audit and see if I can identify some trade targets or trade pieces. I guess I can just look at the salaries. So here's all the expiring guys. Maybe Eric Fetty. Alright. So we've got that. I mean, if we can, I'd like to move him. Otherwise, holy shit. Whatever. Who here has performed well? That's kind of the question. None of them, really. So then we've got maybe Tyler Wade because he's already 30. Dude. Oh my god. Maybe Jake Bowers. I don't know. I kind of like him though. Doesn't have personality. Like extremes. We'll see. I think Syndergaard. Just because, yeah, why didn't he show up? Oh, there he was. Okay, I didn't. He's definitely there because he's performed. He's a more traditional sense, like, oh, he's got a low ERA, so we gotta ship him off. Blanco's got an interest. He's just so cheap. I don't know that I'm motivated to move him yet. Offensively, Schmidt's still making the men. Bishop's making the men. Nick Gordon reached arbitration already? He might be on the move. Diego Castillo is on the min. I don't think I'm gonna actively shop the players that are on the minimum. Luke Williams is someone. He's really cooled off actually. He was really hot to start the season. I don't know. I like his profile a lot though. Moving forward. And then the rest of the guys just haven't really hit. I don't know if there's gonna be really much of a market for them. I think. Oh, Miguel Vargas. I'm not opposed to putting him on the block too. Or is that too short-sighted? Because I'm just thinking, I don't want to take reps away from Bowers. I've Diego Castillo DHing, dude. That's not an issue. In fact, I'm gonna fix that right now. Who here gets sent down? Trey Cruz hasn't hit. Hasn't really played. Goodbye. And then Miguel Vargas. You can DH. Or Bowers? Oh, I didn't realize Vargas had the edge defensively. I just didn't realize Bowers is so good. Alright. I think I leave it there. Yeah. Hopefully it won't take super long to get a follow-up to this, but I believe that's it.